Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be trying to deconstruct the Adobe Photoshop user interface. As we already know from the previous lesson, this is our menu bar up here. We have create new here, we have open. Mind you, there are a lot of functions that will not be apparent right at this time until we bring in a document into the work area. But before we do that, let's take a look at our menu bar. So let's go to File. We have New, Open, Browsing Bridge, Open as Smart Object, and you have a whole list there. We have Edit, Undo, Redo. If you notice, most of these are grayed out because there's nothing for them to work on. And this is because we do not have a document in this work area. So there's nothing selected for them to work on. Image, all grayed out, grayed out. So what we'll be doing next is we are going to go into one of my folders, bring an image and import it into the work area so that we can have a full range of all the tools and items that we can work with on the Adobe Photoshop. Stay tuned. All right, let's go and find a document to import into the work area so that we can start deconstructing the display area. So I will go to select one and click. We have an image here. Let's pick one of this and open. So as you can see, the display area has opened up. We no longer have just the menu bar. We now have more items and tools, both at the left, on the right, top and bottom. As we must have learned from previous lessons, the topmost layer up here is the menu bar, where we have our File, Edit, Image layer. Directly underneath this layer, we have our Options bar. And what this simply means is that for everything that you click on the menu bar or all other bars here, you have options open underneath that you can work or tinker with to get your desired results. Directly under the options bar, we have the document window tab for this particular image. To the left of our display area is the tools bar. And as you can see, we have a lot of tools here. We have the move tool, rectangular marquee, lasso tool, quick selection. This is the toolbar. To the far right here, we have the panels bar. And these are the panel tabs here. Properties, libraries, adjustments, color, swatches, gradients, patterns, layers tab, channels tab, and the paths. To the top right corner, we have some icons here. We have invite, edit. We have search bar. We have choose a workplace. And we have shared an image. We also have a lot of palettes here for our use. The palette area. when we start working through, you will see how these regions work. In the bottom left area here, we have the status bar. If you long press the arrow on the status bar, you will see a list of information that you can get from this status bar. Right now, we have the document dimensions right here. If you want to see document sizes, click the document size and the view will change. So depending on what you want to see in this status bar, that is what you click under this drop down list here. So let me return this document dimensions. To the far right of our menu bar here, we have the minimize button, we have the restore, and we have the close. And I will assume we all know what the minimize button does, and the restore and the close button. Directly underneath this, to the far right corner of the options bar, we have invite to edit. I believe you need to be hooked to the internet to be able to use this function. We have the search for tools. This can be used with or without your internet connection. Like, let's say I'm looking for one of the tools in the tool section here, but I cannot remember where to find it. You simply come here and type. Let's say I'm looking for the crop tool. I will type in crop here, and you can see immediately the crop icon is outlined. Let me just press enter. Crop tool, you can see it's already selected here. So that is how that works. Going on, we have the choose a workspace. Right now we are on essentials. If we decide to come to 3D, watch as the user interface changes as I click along. If you work on 3D, you can see the user interface has been reassembled to work with 3D documents. You have the graphic and web. You can see as the interface changes for each component. We have motion, we have painting, we have photography. So what the developers at Adobe are trying to do here is they are trying to group a list of tools that are specific to the area that you want to work on. But in my own case, I prefer essentials, and it's essentials that I've always used, even as a photographer. So let's go back to the essentials. Now, let's assume that sometimes while working, you have rearranged the interface and you no longer know how to bring it back the way it was before you started working. You can still come back here to this choose a workspace, come down to reset essential, and everything will be reset for you the way it was before you started. Okay, for example, let me give an example. Essentials. Okay, let's say I decide to do this and do this. Yes, essentials bar, moved everything around, and after a while, I want to bring everything back to the way it was before, but I don't know how to. You just come up here and you go to reset essentials and click, and it will reset everything for you. In the next lesson, we'll be going into the toolbar, and I'll be explaining what every icon on this toolbar does.